Here I am, sitting in my favorite place in the world, in my car, Rafiki. This solo expedition has been the most powerful experience I've ever had in my life. I have spent 29 months on the road, 18 months in Africa. I traveled to some remote places where only the wind whispered to my heart. And although I had 3 bad encounters, I will keep on screaming to the world that traveling and traveling solo are such incredible tools to seek not only freedom of spirit, but truth really cool. Of the world. And I love Africa for this.
Okay, challenge accepted.
Sadly, only one video among the 85 videos I have shared about this adventure got viral. Very sadly, because it's actually the less representative of this expedition. Anyway, I hope you will enjoy this one with an open heart.
I'm quite a strong person. I mean, I'm not being pretentious, but I like when it's, to do things and to explore and to understand and to dig and to go deeper. And at this time I was broken. I was completely broken. All my confidence and my passion for Africa and my fascination, everything disappeared straight away. I couldn't talk for 2 days because I remember the ladies from the lodge, they were amazing and they came to check on me many times per day and I didn't want to talk. And I remember the last time when I checked out, they were happy because I was talking to them. You have a voice! I'm like, yeah. And so after all that, I decided to drive to Matt and Lucy to go to the Namib desert, to Sossusvlei, and to spend some time with them again. It's very touristic there, so I was like, oh, I might be okay. It was actually very nice. I had a wonderful time with them, even though I was a lot on my own because I needed like some space.
First step. Check. I'm on my way to meet with Matt and Lucy. The landscape is so beautiful. I so missed it. It's such a nice area. The campsite early this morning. I'm in Sossusvlei, the national park in the Namib desert, and I'm so happy because I really enjoyed this place 3 years ago. As you could see it in one of my last videos, my camera broke and I think it's dead. It's so annoying because I'm in the most beautiful place maybe in the world. Well, I'm not as young as 3 years ago. Whew.
I always have to go fast when I'm walking or running because I'm excited, and especially here. Oh my gosh. Oh putain. What are you doing up there? Oh my gosh. Coucou mon Rafiki. T'es trop beau dans ce paysage. So I'm going to deflate the tires with the screwdriver. The African way. Okay. C'est parti les gars. It's funny how things change. Like 3 years ago for me it was something incredible, and now it's not deep sand, you know, it's like normal. It just I'm used to it now. I'm a bit disappointed because I thought it would have been something insane, and you know, I'm sadly used to that. I'm sadly used to deep sand. High now in the sky, and nobody's here. Now let's go back on this deep sand track, deep sand, you know, and it's over. And then after the sausage day, Matt and Lucy, they had to go quite faster than me because it was one of the last days in Namibia for them because they had to make their way back to South Africa. So we split again. I just decided to go to a place where they actually advised me to go to recover from the past weeks because it's been quite intense. They were amazing. And so I was like, yeah, maybe when Matt and Lucy, they say something, they most of the time always right. So I'm like, I should trust them. Again, I was on my way to drive to that place, but on the way I was obviously in the middle of nowhere with no network because otherwise it's not funny, and I heard something and the car went to the left straight. I'm like, oh putain, what's that? I heard a pa, and one of my tires exploded. C'est pas possible. All this time in Namibia, because of malaria and stuff, I was like weird. everything I was doing was weird. There is rules on gravel roads, or you're very slow or you're quite fast, and I was in between. The worst speed, you know. No surprise, I got a tire completely exploded, and you know, I had to change the tire in the middle of nowhere. Like this. Yes! Oh. Overlanding left. The moon. Obviously, I was still, you know, in my world. So I saw the sunset and I was like, oh yeah, let's sit down and see the sunset. Anyway, I won't be like on time to where I want to be. So anyway, so, and then I could like drive, but I'd stop on the way. I finally reached their place. It's a couple from Namibia. Originally they're from South Africa, but they are based in Namibia since 20 years or more. This guy is quite known in the biker you know, community, because his house is kind of a stopover for all bikers in Namibia. It's a nice place to rest and to chill and to be in contact with other humans and blah blah blah. So Matt and Lucy, they were like, just go there and spend some time with Chris and Betsy. For the next days I'm going to stay here. Such a nice place. They literally offered me this room here behind this. I think this is this window, and other bikers join us for tonight. They don't know me from anywhere. That was the first time we met, and Chris and Betsy, they became my parents in Africa. They protected me so much. They took care about Rafiki. Chris gave me a spare tire for the car, because I obviously had to use my spare tire.
Ah, cool.
L'habitude.
Look at that.
This is not a good advantage for me because I'm sitting in the car.
Why two women are working? This is a new generation.
They were amazing. I spent 5 weeks with them, and I have no words to describe what they did, everything they did for me. I remember I told them the story, and after a couple of days, not even, I was just arriving at their place, Chris came to me. He's like, Charline, our best friend, she's a psychologist. She specializes in post-traumatic experiences. I'm still staying with Chris and Betsy in Kitmans, and today I've got an appointment with a therapist from here, Kitmans Hoop, and yeah. Hopefully I feel better soon. I'm just back from groceries, but also the therapist. I have no words. She's just incredible. You know, I more and more feel like things happen for a reason. I don't want to be determinist or things like that, but the place where you are is always meant to be. Actually, I was like explaining her the past events in Namibia and stuff, and everything I was going through. She asked me so many questions about my personal life before Africa. Many things I was craving to talk about. Today it was like just meant to be. It was so natural. She asked me so many meaningful questions. It was very powerful. So yeah, sometimes it's meant to be. I saw her many times because I obviously accepted the beautiful offer. Brigitte, if you look at this video, you've been an angel. You erased the trauma. That's also the reason why today I can talk about these stories in a positive way. I try, and not being too dramatic and trying to stay factual as much as possible, because at the time it was not possible for me to talk like this. I would have been probably very awkward and not very fair and maybe violent in my words. So thank you 1,000 times. Bye a donkey. And Chris and Betsy, I miss you so much.
So this is where I slept the first night, and all the other nights I slept behind. That was the area where we were all together. And now with my clean Rafiki, we're going to hit the road. Everything's ready inside. I'm packing, and obviously my best friend, Ebex. After 2 months in Namibia, I have to leave because my visa is expiring very soon. In a few days, it's going to be, the end of it. So I can't stay here. I don't want to be in trouble again in Namibia. The second reason why I have to go back to South Africa is I had to renew my Canada Passage, which is my passport for my car. And they can only send it to me to Cape Town. It was my last day here. Hey, Betsy! In Kitman's Hope with Chris and Betsy. After everything I went through so far, they became my family. I feel a bit emotional now because they mean so much to me. They're literally my Namibian family now. So it feels weird, and I feel very sad. But that's life, and I need to move on. I need to find solutions. I need to be back on the road because this is everything I want, is being back on the road and being with Rafiki. I'm very curious to know where I'm going to be, my decisions, where I'm going to decide to go and what I'm going to decide to do with my life in the next year. See you tomorrow, Raf. Lexi! Let's go home. My bedroom. This one. Hello, Betsy. Hello. Hello, guys. Bon, bye bye bedroom. I'm with all my life. Going to Rafiki. I'm going to do some grocery shopping to put some fuel in the car, and I'm ready to go back on the road, huh? My bucks! My bucks! See you soon! Bye! Thank you so much, bye a donkey! I wish I could keep on traveling forever, especially here, across Africa. Namibia has been the most intense country. But the fascination and deep love I have for this land are back in my heart, forever. I'm slowly approaching the canyon, and I like it. It's nice. I belong to the road as much as the San people belong to the Kalahari Desert. Life is not an easy track, but it's a powerful process. And whatever time it takes, I will be back. On the other side of the river is South Africa.
So yes, traveling alone is not a romantic movie. It's just life. And it's beautiful, even though it can be intense. What happened in Namibia will never, ever, ever damage the love and the fascination I have for this country, the love and fascination I have for the tribes in Namibia, the people in Namibia, because again, this can happen anywhere on the planet. I am aware about that. But what I am aware of the most is that my heart is in Africa.